Ooh, yeah! So, there's this thing called the ouya. Oh, yeah! You probably all heard of it. It's more of the developer's console. It's going to be priced at $100. It's going to be about the size of a Rubik's Cube. The main question is this going to breathe new life into consoles? Consoles right now, they're entertainment hubs. They're full of gimmicks. People are sick of it. As much as I love my 360, my consoles right now, I'm worried about the future of gaming. Supporters know that they're going to have this thing and it's just going to come and it's going to be a development kit. It's going to be right there, right then. But we've seen the prototype consoles. We already know that just like it's going to have all these games on it, it's also going to have Twitch TV. So how long is it going to be until people start slapping on Netflix and Crackle? Even though I think that's just an Xbox thing. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. How long is it going to be until people start slapping on other things that every other console already has? I mean, if it's going to have Twitch TV, why is it so hard for it to have other things? It's just trying to be another hub. Even though it's $100, I don't know. And I'm going to throw this out there. Raise your hand if you don't think it's going to stay $100. If you've looked at the Kickstarter, then you know that this thing is going to support multiplayer. You can throw in a couple more dollars and you'll start off with 2 controllers. The more money you throw in, you can actually reserve your username and keep that immediately. So they're going to have some kind of online user base. It was just announced that they're going to have OnLive support. So the more we throw in these kinds of things, where do we draw the line that this is less of a developer's console, more of just a console? This is why I think the price might go up. Now, just gonna throw it out there. Thrown together here some things about the specifications. Now, I don't really know much about these things, so you guys out there, you can figure this out, because I suck. The ouya has an NVIDIA Tegra 3 for the processor, quad core, I don't know. It has 1 gig of RAM, 8 gigs of internal flash storage, HDMI connection, so it'll probably also come with, you know, your component and standard AV, because some people just don't have HDMI. Moving on. Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, Ethernet, 1 USB 2.0. We're moving past 2.0. We got 3.0 USB and we've got Thunderbolt now. Now, to go ahead and just put it into perspective, if any of you don't know anything about specifications, like me, the 360 has 3 3.2 processors. 1 to quad core, 1 to dual core. It was 3. The PS3 has a 45 nanometer cell. It's probably gonna be more powerful than the ouya. Just saying. I mean, I don't know. We haven't seen any specs for the Orbis or the Xbox 720, Xbox Infinity. It's very possible that we might be moving past. How do we know that this thing isn't going to be out of date either? And it runs off of Android 4.0. The controller, you can actually, you know, make it so it can run on any kind of hardware. These developers are going to be able to make it so it can run off of a keyboard and mouse if you want to, theoretically. They'll be able to make their own hardware if they really want to, and make it run off of some other peripheral. Throw Rock Band on there. But the point is, we've seen the controller now. What does it support? Like a 3-inch touchpad. And 2 analog sticks, and I'm gonna say, calling it right now, the buttons are gonna be O, U, Y, and A, even though the controller right now only shows 4 colored circles. The D-pad, it's like Nintendo has a patent on the cross. Sony got around it with the 4 buttons individually, and Xbox. Everyone hates that stupid disc. What they've shown so far is the disc. The disc kind of Xbox 360. I have the awesome silver controller. That shit broke on it. This thing, you can spin it and la-di-da. I cried because I love playing arcade games. So if they go and do something like that and everyone's gonna go breaking their crap, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. Gonna cry. Tell you what, no one's gonna like that. The fact that it's going to support OnLive, there's a lot of people who might say that this is turning down the sort of indie developer audience that this thing had in the early market. I don't think that really has any kind of question to it. But my main point about this is that at the end of it all, is taking consoles back to its roots really the answer? You know, they're making this thing because they wanted it in front of a TV, everyone going back to the roots. If you watch the video on Kickstarter, they want to bring back those memories of everyone sitting in front of their TV and playing video games with each other, with their friends, all that crap. Is that really the answer? An Android console, ice cream sandwich, nom nom nom, sounds cool, but could this thing fall victim to the entertainment hub lifestyle just as easily as everything else? The only difference I see is that it's the size of a Rubik's Cube and it doesn't have a disk drive. Sony just acquired Gaikai, and the fact that this thing is going to have OnLive, it sounds like it's just a jab at trying to keep up with this streaming market. It's not trying to stay the indie developer console that it was marketed out to be. It wants to keep up with everything else. I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but if I need one console that's gonna last me, I'm gonna want something with a Blu-ray player, something that I can actually have physical copies of the game, because I'm that kind of person. I like to have the physical copy of my game. I use Steam and everything, but I love to have that disc. I still have that collection part of me. So, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this thing. Maybe at the end of the day, it'll be cool. I mean, it's the size of a friggin' sandwich. If this thing was edible, you could eat it in a sitting. Unlike an Xbox. But, I don't know. I really don't know. Where is my little remote? What the crap? Do I seriously have to get up and turn this thing off? I'm like, oh yeah!